Welcome, everyone. Mo Money Terry from St. Louis, Missouri. I welcome my subscribers, new subscribers, and viewers. If you're a first-time visitor, please subscribe and like because you're a family too. All right, this system here, Pick 3 at a glance, is for all states, but I'm state-specific for St. Louis, Missouri, and I track the numbers. I take 22 numbers and I do the 1-1 rundown on them that makes up the 1,000 numbers that I use to track the numbers, so I know at a glance how the numbers are falling and what they're doing at all times. I don't have to do any guesswork. I don't have to do the tic-tac-toes. I don't have to do the date sums. I don't have to do the grids. I don't have to do the flips. I don't have to do all the different multiple rundowns. All I use is the 1-1 rundown with those 22 numbers, which is very powerful. And you know what's going on with 1,000 numbers at all time. Okay, so today I'd like to say congratulations to everybody that called me and told me they got that 4-8 front pair, which I had on the tutorial for the strategy session. I had the front pairs and the back pairs set out, and a lot of people like to play pairs, so they just went and played those pairs and won. So congratulations to everyone again. All righty, so that 48 front pair, the number came yesterday evening, 485. All right, so we take this 485 and we do the 1-1 rundown on it, okay? And that 485, like I always say, this is the prior number. Today is September the 20th. This September 19th, the 485 came out evening. I track evening draws. So on the last time this came out, April the 25th, 2020, see how long it takes numbers to come out? When you're actually tracking your numbers, you're going to be able to see how long it takes for these numbers to come out. That's why trying to hit numbers the next day and jumping off numbers and all that stuff is not to your advantage. You need to play your numbers, find your numbers, see how they rolling, and stick with them. Play them till they come, make that money out. Then when you hit the numbers, you know for what's coming on actually in real time with the numbers. So when you hit, you always know where to go get your numbers on the Pick 3 at a glance sheet. Same way I predicted this 48 come from tracking just the front pairs and the back pairs. There's nothing hard to it. I just wrote it out on a sheet of paper, and every time a front pair, back pair come out, I just check it off. And then when by law average, when they get low, they gonna come out because they're working by the law average. I don't care what system they use, they system got to work off the law average if they take in 1,000 numbers and plan Pick 3. Those numbers have to rotate, just like I'm going to show you how this 485 rotate. All numbers have to change positions by law average. 485, it can come six different, so straight, it can come six different ways. 485, 458, 845, 854, 548, and 584. All right? So, these numbers, 1,000 numbers from where their starting point takes about 3 to 4 years to rotate all the way out. Okay? You got 1,000 numbers, you only got 365 days in a year to hit them. So they'll rotate. By them rotating, it's going for this 458 more likely to come again like this. It could take 3 to 4 years. Sometimes it could double up. That's what I'm saying. But for everything to rotate, those 1,000 numbers to roll back to the way they need to be, could take 3 to 4 years. So that's why you have to track the numbers and track the front pairs to see how they fall and see what's not falling. If you're not, you're playing a loser's game if you're playing every day and playing Pick 3. Track the numbers. And then when you track your numbers, you build your bucket list, you'll know what numbers are coming. When you hit, you reinvest in your numbers that you play daily, and you can pull numbers off your bucket list to reinvest in. Because you know where they are at all times. We're going to get to that. We're going to do the 1-1 rundown. It's a powerful rundown. It's the only rundown you ever have to worry about using with me. Period. Okay. So we add 1 to each one of these numbers. And that's why the 1's on the top. This here is the rundown number, the number that played before. These numbers can change. They can change these numbers to it be whatever they want it to be. They can be any kind of number. They can be their birthday or or their baby's birthday number, whatever, and run them down. But I don't use all that. I just use the 1-1 rundown. Keep it simple, because the 1-1 rundown gonna give you everything in numerical order. Okay, and the reason why we use the 1-1 rundown on here is to find the base numbers that this 485 is going to be in what column. Okay, so we're going to go 1 to 4 is 5, 1 to 5 is 6, 1 to 6 is 7, 1 to 7 is 8, 1 to 8 is 9. 1 to 9 is 10. You don't use the 1, just use the 0. 1 to 0 is 1, 1 to 2 is 2, 1 to 1 is 2, 1 to 2 is 3, 1 to 3 is 4, and you say number top, same number bottom. All right, that's all you have to use. So if you with here with the 1, all you're doing is 8. You add 9, then you go 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can put it's complete. 1 here, you go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all you're doing. Just when you get to the 9, just put a 0 there. Go straight down. Now we want to find out where this 8. This 485 is on this master sheet. You got 22 numbers that makes up this master sheet. All right, I call them base numbers. 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, 037. All right, that's the 12 numbers. All right, you do the 1-1 rundown on these numbers I just gave you. That gives you 75% of the 1,000 numbers, which I'm going to show you. 001, 002, 003, 004, 005, 000, 011, 022, 033, 044. That gives you 10 numbers that are base numbers. All right? That's going to give you the rest of the 1,000 numbers in doubles. Doubles are just numbers with 2 like numbers in them. 00 and 11. They're doubles. All right? Straights got all different numbers. Okay, that's why they come 6 different ways. Okay, now, out of these, the finest 485 is going to be under column 3. Column 3 is 014. But when you get to the column 3, that's 014, that 485 going to be under this 014 as 458, because the number is different. The number here is 041. See, that 041 and then 014 is the same. They just in different positions, but they make up the base number that you did the 1-1 rundown on. Okay, so when we get to the 014, we're gonna look for this 458. There it is, 014, 458. Bam, check it out. Bam, you're done. All right, now this is a monthly sheet here. Okay, monthly sheet. And you can see already at a glance, 458 is the only thing came off this column for the month. All right. Then you got some columns where two marks came off. Well, one here. Okay, where one here, one here, one here, one here, two here, 2 off this column. See what I'm saying? At a glance, you can see where how the columns are marking off each month. You're doing each month sheet. Now you want to do what I do. I usually start in January. I just started in June on this because I was going to put off and try to start this on YouTube in January. But, you know, COVID taught me not to wait on doing nothing. So I say, I'm going to get this going. All right. So in June. But you do January, you do a January annual sheet. And you'll see that most of the columns are marked off. That's how I know what numbers are left at a glance. What numbers are left. And I know what's going on each month with the numbers. Okay. So in each month, if I find, like from January up to now, which is September, if I find a column that I ain't did no checking on in 2-3 months, and it could take 2 or 3 months for a column to miss. All right? 2 or 3 months, you know that when you hit, you know exactly where to go get your numbers at. You don't need to guess. Because the beauty of this, on each one of these columns that you do the each one of these numbers, individual numbers, you do the 1-1 rundown on. The doubles, well, not doubles, but the straights, it's 10 of them. You're not looking at just 10 numbers. You're looking at 60 numbers, because these numbers can come, each one of these numbers can come 6 different ways. So each column, you know that 60 numbers ain't failed in 2 months, or these 60 numbers ain't failed in 3 months. So by law average, you know something's got to fall off that column. And 9 out of 10, it's going to be one of the ones that you ain't checked off yet at a glance. All right? So the doubles are the same way. 10 numbers, they can only come 3 different ways. You're looking at 30 numbers. So if the column ain't played in 2 months, or 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, you got your eye on that column when you hit. You don't have to guess. And then 9 out of 10, when you have, you know, for the year, you can look and see what numbers ain't failed off that column. So now normally if I found a column when I hit that ain't failed in 3 months, I play the whole column. Straight box, just like it is. I don't fuss and muss it. Unless I see where tracking my pairs, that it didn't fall a certain way, then I know what to play. That's why I say pick 3 at a glance. Okay? If you tracking these numbers, you know what's going on with the numbers in your state. Not Missouri. I can't tell you what's going on in Illinois. I can't tell you what's going on in California. But I can definitely tell you what's going on in St. Louis, Missouri. Because I've been tracking the numbers. I don't have to guess. I don't have to do no tic-tac-toes, no rundowns, no flips, no date sums, and all the different tools they use, because it's only going to give you a fraction of what you need to be looking at. At all times, if you're an everyday player, you need to be looking at the whole numbers. Okay? That next day hit thing is not, you'll see when you start tracking these numbers, that trying to hit the next day is going to be a waste of your time and your money. But to find your number and hold on to them and play them till they hit, then go back to a sheet that you actually find in the actual numbers and hit, gonna be worth your while. I'm telling you. I've been using this system. I created this system, I guess. You can say nothing like it, and I can explain it all in 30 minutes. And I explain to anybody how to use it in any of these systems in a glance in 30 minutes. All they got to do. If you don't do nothing today, just make this sheet out with these numbers right here and follow me. But use your own, go get your own numbers. Track your own numbers. And the more numbers, when you start this sheet, if you want to, just mark these numbers off. Go back the next month, up back to January, and the numbers that are left is the numbers you want to look at to start playing. Because by the law of average, them numbers coming out because they got to rotate. I don't care what system they use. They got them numbers going to change position by law of average. Okay. And then the beauty of this here, in the Pick 3 world, you're going to hear about mirror and sister numbers. That's all you're going to hear about from me, mirror and sister numbers, because I keep it simple, that's all I'm using. Mirror and sister numbers. What they are numbers of the 1,000 numbers are opposite each other. You got 000 and 499, 500 and 999. You got your top numbers, which is the 000 and 499, your bottom number, which is the 500 and 999. Okay? They're the opposite of each other. 1 opposite 6, 6 opposite 1. 2 opposite 7, 7 opposite 2. 3 opposite 8, 8 opposite 3. 4 opposite 9, 9 opposite 4. 5 opposite 0, 0 opposite 5. Okay? Let's say I'm playing 1, 2, 3, and the lottery plays 6, 7, 8. They just played the bottom of those 1,000 numbers. That number is the bottom. If I'm playing 8, 9, 0, and the lottery plays 3, 4, 5, they just played the top number. The bottom number. No, I said, they just played the top number of those 1,000 numbers, okay? Now, the beauty of that for me is the mirror is in each one of these columns for every one of these numbers. It's automatically. So When you see a number and you didn't check it off, you know at a glance if that mirror number then fell with it or not. Like let's say the 015 and 015, the opposite is 560, because a 0 can be a 5, 5 can be a 0, 1 can be a 6 can be a 1, a 5 can be a 0, and 0 can be a 5. Okay? And you find a column that ain't ran in 3 months, and you see that the number and its opposite ain't failed, you want to play those two numbers. By law average, one of them coming out. Now, another thing. How do you get to 1,000 numbers? Okay, I'm going to make this short and sweet because I bypassed it a little bit. Like I already said, these numbers come 6 different ways. You got 12 numbers. 12 times 60 is 720. Right there at a glance on 12 columns. Numbers that you always know what's going on with just by checking them off when they fall in your state. Another thing, the doubles, they can come 3 different ways. It's 9 of them on here. 9 times 30 is 270. Gives you your 720 plus your 270 gives you 990. Your triples can only come one way. That's 10 numbers. They can't come no other way but straight. That's 10 numbers plus 990 gives you your 1,000 numbers at a glance on this one sheet. This sheet here is worth to me is weight in gold. Just these numbers in this sheet. All right. Once you start tracking these numbers and see how these numbers actually falling, you'll know what I'm talking about. 1 in 1,000 odds. The numbers have to rotate, and every time, whatever they're doing, you can check it off and know what's going on with each one. This sheet here is worth its weight in gold. This is I call it the Pick 3 cheat sheet. Cheat, C-H-E-A-T, yeah, cheat, like cheaters. This is our cheat sheet. Oh, my Picasso, I call it. I call it a lot of names. I love it, create it, and it works. Don't ask me how I put it together. I'll tell you now, I didn't like math. It was a blessing given to me from on high. All right? Blessing given to me from on high. Because I didn't know. I just put it together, start playing, doodling around, say, okay, what number I put together, make this 1,000 numbers work out. And it worked perfectly. So all you got to do, write these 22 numbers down like I just called them out to you. Do the 1-1 rundown. Go make you a whole lot, make a sheet just like this. Go to the copier store, make you run you out about 10 or 12 of them. Start following me. Then use one for a yearly sheet. You can go back if you don't want to do just each month right now. You can just take one sheet and go back a year, just checking the numbers off when you find them. And then whatever numbers left will get you rolling. I mean, you playing now, just play the way you've been playing, I guess. And then you'll see. You'll see how these numbers actually fall. All right? The actual numbers, no guess numbers. No finding no numbers when you do a different rundown on all the other rundowns or tic-tac-toes and stuff like that. You know, this is, you know, nobody knew they needed a mice trap till somebody invented one. So this is the invention, this is creation, you know. Nobody knew they needed a mice trap until somebody invented one. So this is it. This is my mice trap. Okay, so now, you know I'm rambling on, y'all, but you're going to have to get used to it because this is a teachable moment. I can teach this pick 1,000, pick 3 numbers are teachable and doable. We can do it, okay? All right, after that, and congratulations again to people hit those front prayers, just played the front prayers. Like I said, you could just play the front prayers, they're hitting, okay? All right. See this here? What I do when I get my calendar, on my calendar, I put on the month, the date, and the date the number came in on evenings, all right? And I got that 4-8 front pair because that's the number we hit. And now here, everything in red, just from tracking. These numbers was called before they hit, not after they hit. Everything in red for this month. And every month, August was the same way, July, because you're tracking the actual numbers. Okay? But you have to do your own numbers for your own state. You can go back and look at all my videos and see I put the date on there on purpose or when I track these numbers so you'll know. All right? Nothing's going to be changed. All right? So, right here is how I track pairs. That's how I know about the pairs. Not the front pair and back pair like we just hit, but I track pairs at a glance. I put this system together here on this sheet. Okay? And how I track pairs, say the 485 that came in, 485 here, I track 448. Okay. 48, 45, and 58. I mark them off because you got 3 different numbers, so you're going to have 3 pairs. All right? If it was a double, let's say 112, you got 2 different numbers, I do the 11 and the 12. All right? If it's a triple, let's say triple twos came in, well, triple nines did come in Missouri evening, okay? I just mark off a circle the triple nines. I can mark off all 1,000 numbers doing that at a glance, looking at them on the pairs. Now, whatever pairs are left that I didn't mark off, I carry over to the next month. Then the month after that, whatever left, I carry them over. So if I'm looking at a pair to play, I always got my eye on what pair to play. I don't have to guess. All at a glance and checking them off. All right. Now, here, number 3 is my number positioning system. And that is from, they say you have a code number. You're going to hear a lot in the Pick 3 world about code numbers and things like that, but you're going to have them all because you're going to have a sheet to track them all. Okay? I want to know if a number is code. My problem was if a number hadn't been played in a while, I want to know where that number hadn't been played at. There was nothing that showed you that I'd seen. So you go from 0 to 9. That made 3 columns from 0 to 9. All right, and just like this 485 it came out, I'd mark off the 4 in the front, the 8 in the middle, 5 on the end. End of the month, whatever number, as these numbers come out, whatever number I didn't mark off, in what position, I knew where I would play that number if I was looking to play a number that had the number in it. If I can explain, let me explain that a little better here. Say I was playing 1, 2, 3, all right? And I realized for the whole month, 2 hadn't filled in that first spot, or maybe longer than a month. Most times it's going to take about 2 months. It could take 2 months for a number not to fall in a spot. But you'll be able to know that at a glance because you're tracking them easily. Now, say I'm playing 1, 2, 3. I'm definitely going to play it as 2, 3, 1 if I know that 2 ain't failed all month. Or 2, 1, 3 if I know this 2 ain't failed all month. Because by law average, that 2 might fall with my number in that position. Okay? Here's front pair, back pairs. These numbers, I got the line in between, the same numbers at the top as at the bottom. So the way I would do that. And the front pair and back pair tracking them is really powerful. You're going to see a lot with that. Just a simple sheet of paper. Write it down like I got it. You can see the numbers. I got 360 some videos now. You'll be able to see these sheets that on how to make them. Just write them on paper. Nothing fancy to get started. Okay. The 4-8. I track the 4-8 front. And then I track the 8-5 back. I mark it. 8-5 back, okay? And then this is a yearly sheet. I track it with all the numbers for the year, and as it goes on, you're gonna see a lot. You're gonna see numbers that you can play. Believe me. All right, but don't play them all. You can't play them all. They trackable, but you can't play them all. All right, play responsibly. You hit them right. You track it right and put the right numbers together to start hitting right. All right, just be patient, but track. All right. Okay. Now I'm just give a sample. This 09 front pair hadn't failed last year, Missouri evening, which I tracked, and this 90 back pair hadn't failed, Missouri evening, which I tracked. So when I hit, I pulled that 090 off my bucket list, and I hit it, and I hit it good, but I didn't have to guess, because by law of average, I knew that them numbers was gonna have to more likely mace up. They do mate up like that, and it's a lot you're gonna be able to see that you won't be able to see just with tic-tac-toes and grids and all those other things. You just won't be able to see it. It ain't gonna happen. All right. Then this here is my double sheet. What I did is I put these doubles all together where they mirror each other. All the doubles mirror each other. Okay? So let's say, for instance, this 119 and this 991 is a set. This 664 and this 446 is a set. So what I do, they mirror each other's. A 6 is a 1, a 1 is a 6, a 9 is a 4 is a 9. All right, so I know at a glance if 119 fell and it's opposite the set where the set didn't fall, then I know to look at it. Or if the 991 didn't play and the 446 didn't play, they're the opposite of each other. By the law of average, one of those two coming in. Or if the set here, one of them didn't come in, by law of average, one of them gonna come in. So I know at a glance which one didn't fall. The opposite or the set. Now, this is a yearly sheet here on this double. Once I check for the year, if I got 3 columns that don't come in like that, there's where my double's coming from the next year. Because the numbers have to rotate by the law of average. What I used to do years ago, once I completed this stuff, I just forget about what I did the prior year and start fresh all over and start looking for a system to play the next year the same way. But what I was realizing while I was doing that all the numbers that hadn't played the year prior was coming in the next year. I'm like, wait a minute. They playing the numbers that hadn't failed the year before. That's why I know it takes about 3 or 4 years for these numbers all to rotate, because I be tracking them for years. So that's when the game changed for me. That's when I realized, that's when I started hitting. That by law average, it takes 3 years for these numbers to rotate out or better. But you tracking them, and you tracking the numbers year by year by year. You don't need nowhere else to go to get your numbers. At a glance with this little sheet, and that's it. That's the system. Everything can be done at a glance. Write the sheets down, and if you want to catch yourself up, you can go back to January pretty much right now, and you should start seeing some stuff. If you go back to January and just do the front pair, back pair sheet, and check off all the front pair and back pairs in your state that ain't played from January to now, you're gonna see how the law of average works. Okay. And definitely this one, get this started, the master sheet, so you can see how them numbers rolling off them columns, and how they might not hit one column for 2 months, 3 months. That's why you have to hold your numbers and not be jumping off your numbers. All right, y'all, more money, Terry. Play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Please like and subscribe and share, and God bless.